Hey, Hesbos. Do us a favor. Like, review, leave the review. That's the big one. Wherever you're listening to this podcast.
Leave it.
Leave it. Follow us on all the stuff. Instagram, at Hesby Street Pod. TikTok, YouTube. And then a bonus episode every week on Patreon. Patreon.com/Hesby Street. That's where Zach and I get vulnerable. We fight. It's a lot of physical and mental warfare. Check out our website, HesbyStreetPod.com, for all of that stuff and more, like live dates. Let's see what we got. Zach, May 21st, Santa Monica. May 28th, the Comedy Store in Hollywood. He will then be in San Francisco at Punchline, June 22nd to 25th. Me, I'm Torio. I will be in Oakland this weekend, the 21st. Burbank, the 27th. San Francisco, June 11th, as well as June 22nd to 23rd. And then Sonoma, June 24th. San Mateo, June 25th.
St. Matthew.
Yeah, San Mateo is St. Matthew.
What's the proper pronunciation?
You like it English.
I call it St. Matthew. St. Joe?
What? That's San Jose?
Yeah.
What's Francisco? St. Frank?
St. Francis.
St. Francis. Got it. What about San Diego? How do you translate that?
I go St. Diego. St. Diego. It's just a racist Italian saying.
And on that, we start the episode.
How are you?
Are you checking in with my mental health?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm great, man.
Really?
Things are good.
Financially?
Feeling good. Financially, I'm all set.
Okay.
That's what you want me to say,
well,
right?
we could skip past financial, too. We can always skip past
I'm doing
it.
fine.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, how are you financially? Let's see your checking account
after taxes.
Balance.
It's not great. It's not great. I owe some very scary people a lot of money.
Who?
Just spooky people.
Like ghosts?
Yeah.
Just owe a lot of ghost money.
They're like, hey, if we don't get our money next week, that clock's falling off the wall again. And we're going to bang the closet door.
Like, I think I'm going to be okay with that.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of little kids singing little old-timey nursery rhyme shit.
Hope you like your TV going in and out. You scared of twins? We're going to find out. We don't get that money.
We're going to write something in the mirror with the steam.
Yeah, but I owe you $50,000. So, like, I think I'm just going to deal with the spookiness.
All right, be prepared.
Can I get some more money? I need money to make money to pay off the original loan.
You promise you're going to grow this one, this payment and pay us back?
Yeah, I got a sure thing.
All right. Because I'd hate to have to rearrange your furniture.
I'd hate to put everything 3 inches to the left and take the batteries out of your remote.
I'd hate to be kind of standing there out of the corner of your eye, and you look and I'm not there. But maybe someone took an old-timey photo, like film, and you develop it, and I was there. I'd hate to have to do that.
Yeah, I hate to do that. Just like, it's like, I'd hate to just like blow wind in your face, and then you look at your weather app, and you're like, there's no...
It said 0% win, 100% chance, 0 win.
What's going on?
And then you had a book open, the pages are flapping. Hate for that to happen. Hope you got a bookmark.
You'll never know where you were.
Really, we'll see you in your nightmares. That's the most damage you could possibly do.
I give you $75,000, right? You don't pay me back, and now you're getting... Where'd you get the money for The Exorcist? Now we're doing the whole thing?
Oh, okay.
I see how it is.
Yeah, right. No foresight in the ghost mob.
So what was your weekend like?
Dude, I had a crazy fucking weekend.
Yeah, I figured.
You
can't go out of town and not have a crazy weekend.
So my weekend out of town wasn't that nuts. It was just, road gig, stand-up weekend.
So you had a crazy weekend that wasn't that nuts. I don't think you know how this story even goes.
No, here's what happened. So I came back after my last show on Saturday night.
Okay.
Left right after the late show.
Oh, so you drove through the night, got home at like 4 a.m.
Yes, got home at 4 a.m. and slept.
I hate that. I can't do that.
So I like to sleep in as opposed to wake up, and because I had 2 shows on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I sleep. I get here at 4 a.m. and I should have filmed my set, but I just wanted to get out of there. But I missed like a great riff that wouldn't have happened. I was doing my mafia impression on stage, and I'm like, this is an impression. You guys want to see an impression? And at the moment I'm about to do the impression, I feel that my zipper's been down the whole time. And I go, dude, you guys didn't tell me my zipper's down? I go, this isn't part of the impression. And then I go, you guys want to see my Louis C.K. impression? And it hit so hard.
Right.
And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Left, drove through the night, got home, slept for 3 hours.
Okay.
Woke up, went to a Beverly Hills pool party at a rooftop of a hotel.
At 7 in the morning?
No, I mean, I just couldn't sleep.
Got it.
We went at like 11, maybe noon or 1.
Okay.
Get there, took a spray of what I was told was a microdose of acid.
This turned out to be a bigger dose.
Macrodose, for sure, yeah. I was like, let me hear you pronounce the word again. So I start tripping, and I have to go set up our first show.
Right, which is like a 5 p.m.
Culver
show.
City, 5:30, like brunch show.
Yeah.
I mean, brunchy vibes because like the sun's out. So I get there and I'm just like sweating and like harnessing the last energy in my body because I'm so tired. And we set up and we do our show. Frank Castillo shows up to host, high out of his mind. Forgot he had a hosting. Forgot he was on our show, let alone hosting. He shows up in like space age pajamas, a tie-dye t-shirt, tie-dye sweatshorts, tie-dye high socks, and slides on, like flip-flop slippers. And he has not unusual for Frank.
Unusual.
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
So he has a dab rig too, so he can stay high out of his mind, and a 100 milligram fruit punch, like medical grade cannabis drink.
Jesus Christ.
So he shows up and he's like, fuck, all right. And I'm like on acid, like, fuck, all right. And we're hanging out in the green room, I'm struggling to grapple with reality. And comics show up. New York comics are there. So it's like Dina Hashem and Steve Rogers.
Funny people,
but like serious comedians.
Yeah, it's work for them.
It's work. So this is the clash of like New York.
Yeah.
First, Mark Smalls is there. So it's like the LA, we just look like street punks.
Yeah.
Like performing artists that live under a freeway.
Yeah.
And they're like, I got to work this set out before late night. You know, they have like the X amount of jokes. So they're all talking like adults. And we're just like, Frank looks at Steve Rogers. He goes, dude, you look photoshopped.
He does.
He's like, are you that pretty?
Rogers
We're all clowning. We're all laughing at Steve Rogers because I'm like, dude, are you like TV ready today? And Mark's like, are there cameras on us now? And then I start freaking out like, are there cameras on us now?
Probably Big Brother, dude.
I get up to perform and just like, okay, Zach, just hold it together for like 5 to 10 minutes. And I do my set. A lady loses her mind. People start acting all weird. A lady loses her mind and just starts screaming at my Morocco story. One of my Morocco stories.
Like she's enjoying it?
Enjoying it. Woo! This old lady. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, okay, you have to stop. And she's like, I've been to Morocco 2 months ago. I'm like, I didn't care. I didn't care from the beginning. You need to stop talking. And she didn't get it. She's so drunk. Her husband's holding her arms down. And she goes, I'm from Morocco. I went to Morocco 2 months. I am from Russia. And I'm like, all right, you've been to Morocco. You're from Russia. Can you not invade my set right now?
Right, yeah.
Uproarious applause. People are happy that she's getting shut up, but they're also happy at the Russia war reference. I'm like, God, when will it be enough for you guys? And then I was like, I got off stage and Dina Hashem is like, please tell me you filmed that. And I was like, no, she's like, dude, that would have gone so viral. I'm like, God, I want to go home.
Yeah, you need to film things.
I know, but I mean, that one, I was my own fault.
We bought
on acid.
We bought a camera with our podcast money so that you could film things.
Yeah,
you filmed nothing.
Sketches.
Right.
I wrote 2 or 3 sketches, and we filmed them all. And
we posted
two of them. The third one, you want to reshoot.
I'm just trying to get you to film your sketches, your sets.
Try to get me to finish my story.
Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, I do need to film my sets more. That's a discussion for a different day. I think that's Patreon discussion because I have insecurities that I'm working through.
Clearly.
In my stand up.
Okay. Continue. I'm not interrupting the story anymore. Go
Oh,
ahead.
God. Now I answer your question. You don't want to talk. You're like the worst heckler. You're like, do it. Okay, what do you want to talk? No, nothing.
Nothing. If you're going to be weird about it. I love that heckler. If you're going to be weird and angry, then I don't even want to heckle you.
Don't come at me directly, okay? So then I'm tripping balls, do my set, leave, go home for 3 seconds to just get my act together. I can finally
You have somewhere else to go.
I have to go to Chatterbox with Frank. Frank's on Chatterbox. He's like, want to go there together? I'm like, we might as well survive the night together. So we're going to Chatterbox. Mm-hmm. The moon is eclipsing. So I'm like, I feel better. And then I'm looking at the sky like, no, I don't.
The sky's bloody. Why is the moon
Why is
bleeding?
the moon going away? Where's it going?
Come back, moon.
So then, we go to West Covina. And I see Emily from the Hesby Street podcast. She's on that show.
She's really trying to distance herself from this podcast.
I know. I was like, Emily. And
from
she was like,
Hesby
can I go
Street.
first before Zach gets here? He said he's going to be late. And I saw Tony.
Tony-ish.
And then I get on stage and the thing about acid is like, you think you're fine. You're like, I feel it's over. I'm not high anymore. And then someone's just like, watch out. And you're like, okay, this isn't, I'm not ready for this. So I get on stage. And
Wait, what is it? Wait, hold on.
I
What
get
does
on-
that mean? Someone says watch out?
I get on stage at Chatterbox feeling fine. And someone goes, watch your head in the audience. And I'm like,
What does that mean?
what do you know? And they're like, your head. And I like look up and the light bulb hanging over the stage is like close to my
On your
head.
head,
So I'm like,
right.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not on acid.
Right.
I'm fine.
Right. Like everyone. Okay.
So it was just the most
would
LA
you say
day of my life.
Overall, that was a fun trip or not?
It was.
Are you upset with the person that gave it to you?
I would say the lesson I learned is when you ask them, is this strong? Like, will I be able to like have a functional day? And they go, yeah, you should be chilling throughout the day. You have to make sure those people also have stuff to do every day. Because if there are people that don't have stuff to do every day,
If they're Beverly Hills pool party people, yeah.
that's stuff that anyone can chill through.
Right.
So I think what the worst part about the trip was responsibilities.
Yeah.
But it made me better at stand-up because everything else was a nightmare. Like everything else was just like organization, checking in on people. I was running the show, so I'm timing sets, taking photos of people, making sure the comics are taken care of. And then when I get on stage, it was almost like the only chance I get to breathe. So you don't worry about having a bad set. These aren't things you struggle with, really. But like I, on stage, get in my head a little bit where I'm worried about having a bad set. And if it starts going bad, my mind can be like, now what? And I hate that feeling when I get on. Because you've seen it, I'm sure, in other comics all the time.
Right. Yeah, like when you have, I've had that, where you have that moment where you're like, oh, this isn't going well.
Yeah. And
How do I fix it?
now what? Yeah, that panic look that's to me is
But
bombing.
you don't feel like you have that, you get lost in that moment?
When I was high,
When you're high, yeah.
I was lost the rest of the time. So when I got there, it was almost like I don't care about anything else.
Right.
There are no factors that are bothering me. Now that being said, I think I would like to purchase one of those spray bottles.
You should. Because you deserve to have a good trip.
It's a PED.
You deserve to have a day off from comedy and get...
Yeah, it was a good trip though.
Acid
until
high.
then, the clouds were making shapes. I thought a bird was like landing.
Clouds
from
always
space.
make shapes.
No, but like
Clouds are always shapes.
no,
Birds are always singing.
no. A cloud looked like a bird that was coming down.
The moon
way.
was... Why I gotta see the moon from a window seat in an airplane, which is like a pretty cool vantage point, just to watch the eclipse go down.
That is wild.
Yeah. But I was sober.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. Oh, but I did get... I got the exit row. Pretty comfy.
Window seat, exit row.
Window seat, exit row.
That's the dream come true.
I know, man. Full leg room, so there was no seat in front of me.
Are you going to help people when you?
Well,
Did you promise?
I said I would, but I looked at all the people walking in, and I decided that I was more valuable than everyone else. You have to make that judgment call. To me, that's helping.
But were you honest when you made that judgment
I made
call?
an honest judgment call.
And you
yeah.
told the flight attendant, you're like, I changed my mind.
No, I said I'm gonna help the overall. I'm gonna be like I'm utilitarian about it. I'm gonna do what's best for the greater good. I'm gonna help the greater good.
Utilitarian.
Is that not the
I
word?
don't know what that is.
It's like what's best for the greater good.
Okay.
And for me, that decision I made would be to save myself first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you you weren't clear about that?
I kept it vague. She said, "Would you help in the case of emergency?" And I said, "You betcha I will."
You said it will be help.
I'll do what's best for everyone. And
History-
she said, "Why'd you phrase it like that?" And I said, "Don't you worry about it."
History will look at what I did as help.
Totally.
The greater good will be served
The greater
today.
good will be served. Okay, and yes, I will have the Biscoff cookie.
Can I get 2? Because
Yeah.
I'm going to be helping.
The Delta Biscoff cookie, man.
Your favorite?
Favorite airplane treat.
Yeah.
It's a good cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biscoff is selling themselves short by just being on flights.
They really are.
They got to be out there,
Get
man.
there, man. Get in the zeitgeist. Partner with the Girl Scouts.
Dude.
You take a Girl Scout,
Biscoff.
a Biscoff Girl Scout.
That collab?
That'd be better than anything on the Kendrick album. I'll tell you that.
That'd be the hottest collab.
Yep.
Have you listened to the Kendrick album, or is that just a
I
reference
listened to
point?
a couple songs and I thought they were good.
You like
I like
it?
Kendrick. I mean,
Really?
for me, I don't love it because
Right.
I don't love hip hop, but that's some of the hip hop I can enjoy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me because I do have friends like that are very white music all the way through, but then certain hip hop albums will cut through
Yeah.
and resonate with them for some reason. So it's fascinating to know that Kendrick does it for you, tickles that.
Definitely not all of it, but I think there's something. I get it.
Yeah.
There's something to it that I dig.
Yeah. I just saw a hip hop breakdown of lyrics on I don't know, social media somewhere, and it was too much. They were this Kendrick song, he says 97 7 times. 7 times 97 equals this.
Yeah.
And that is the number of blah, blah, blah. And I'm just all right, I don't care.
Yeah.
Did he? Are you conspiracy theorizing his verse?
Even if he did that,
Right.
it'd be oh, what a fun little thing.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
I don't care.
Also, the people making the song, he would have to explain that to them.
You're no, I
They're-
have to say this word 13 more times.
They're
And he'd be
"Dude, I think this is good. He's like, no, but wait. So if you multiply everything I said,
then everything's prime number. Okay.
it's slightly better.
Does that make it better to listen to? And he's
No.
no. But
Okay.
it does make it cool.
He's like, hear me out. Years later, a social media account will break this down, and the song will live longer.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and let him say
Let's
97
do-
10 more times.
Let's do lunch then right now, because that's just a lot for me to just whatever, man. I thought we could get this done before lunch. Clearly, we cannot.
Yeah.
So I'm calling lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Kanye.
Okay.
How was your
Well,
weekend? I've just been such a meme monster.
It's been all about you, dude. All about your boring acid story.
Drugs are so boring to you.
I'd check out.
They're so not cool.
They're not cool to me at all.
They're not cool in general, you guys.
It makes me, and we've talked about this before.
It makes you anxious.
It makes me anxious. It makes me tired to listen to.
Yeah.
I was trying real hard.
Yeah,
I think I did a good job of trying to care.
You didn't. But yeah. I appreciate your effort.
What didn't I give you?
Well, you did give me size, and you did give me these. You kind of squint, my eyes are open. It's fine.
I got a bright light in my eye.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
new. It's just
I like to bury myself by insulting you before I tell my story, and then you're gonna be the same way. You're gonna be Then
No.
what happened?
No, I'm just coming to grips with the fact
Sometimes
that
it's competitive.
it's not. I'm coming to grips with the fact that you're like when an alligator gets its belly rubbed. Or a shark flipped upside down.
I apologize. I listened. I thought the story was interesting.
And it just makes you shut down.
Right.
And you're fighting it.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fight.
I think it's cool, man, that the acid was in a spray bottle, so it's different.
Right. Yeah,
than
you got some bullet points.
Than the tab,
Right.
because acid used to be tabs.
It used to be
and now it's
tabs.
spray bottle.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Right. The government, I think, was a dropper, maybe a tincture.
Oh, the government made acid?
Yeah. MK Ultra.
Right. MK Ultra. Go ahead.
The experiment.
Uh-huh.
They thought they could do mind control on people.
And it worked?
No, people went crazy because it was acid. Tell me about your stupid sober weekend, dude.
Well, I'm not going to get into the whole weekend, but it was It was fun. Minnesota, Comedy Corner Underground.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing, man. Is
Minnesota nice.
Minnesota nice, which is complicated. But, like, I was walking, so I took a red eye, so I had, like, a few hours to kill before I could check into my hotel. And I'm walking, like, down the river, the Mississippi River. Did you know that's where it started? Up in Minnesota somewhere.
Wow. They started that?
They started it.
Whoa.
Everyone, you know, I think Prince did it.
And we're all just bandwagoning.
Yeah.
Like the South is just completely bandwagoning the Mississippi River.
They're just like, we're
Mississippi is late to the game.
way late to the game. It started way up in Minnesota, like in the 30s.
That's so funny. Trends.
Yeah. So I'm walking down the river and like, so there's this reputation, this thing called Minnesota nice, where like Minnesotans are really nice. But some people say it's like,
Phony.
it's funny. But this one guy, like I'm walking past him and he goes, hey, how's your day going so far? Right? Like that's the phrasing of it. And I did the thing that I do. I did the California thing when you walk by someone and I did the
What's up?
just the slight nod down, you know? Just the You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And that's rude, I guess.
When
But
someone gives you such a
such
wordy
a thing.
question.
Well, because it happens too fast. Right? This is all he's like, hey, how's your day going so far? And kind of like slows down. Was I supposed to stop and like engage this man in conversation? What a wild way to live. And this wasn't the only time it happened.
So someone else did this to
Not
you?
the same wording, but it was a lot of like, hey, how are you? Hi, how's your day?
And did you answer any of them?
I started getting a little bit good. Bye, thank you. It's uncomfortable, man. What am I supposed to, like, are you just supposed to just walk by someone and be like, hey, like, how's your life going? Let's engage in how do they get anything done? If every person, it was beautiful weather out, tons of people.
Yeah.
So this guy just stopping by every person?
Maybe he saw something in you.
No. I was like in my airport outfit. I had a jacket on in hot weather because like I couldn't pack it.
Right.
I looked more out of place than anyone. I was the only one not in shorts.
Well, maybe he was fucking trying to
Worried
save you
about
from
me.
shooting up a place or something.
That could be it. He's like, I'm gonna get ahead of these. No, I don't think I looked like.
Depressed?
Maybe I'll start being Minnesota nice when I walk by people in LA.
Well, that's
like, hey, man.
That's not advice I would
Hey
co-sign.
man, how's that script you're writing going? Tell me all about it. I'll give you some pointers.
So you're walking by strangers and assuming they're writing a script?
Well, I mean, are they not? We're in Hollywood.
It's like, how rude. It's there's some bumps in the road.
I can't get the rights.
I don't know if it's going to be a movie or a show still.
Apparently, you can't just write a spec Marvel script.
Apparently some guy Stan Lee's got his fingerprints all over this.
Yeah.
Hey man, how's the script? That's way different than how's your day going?
All right, so what should I say?
Okay, so if someone walks by me, and I think I learned this in, I want to say kindergarten, but maybe earlier.
Okay.
Someone says, hey, how's your day going? I said, pretty good. How about this weather?
So now you've stopped walking. This is the problem with the whole thing. How do I be nice and continue to? It's the same thing I have with my roommates. We'll have conversations while I'm walking up the stairs, and I'm just like, I gotta stop. How do I?
Your roommates?
How
fast are you moving through life? Where you go, sorry, I'm kitchen now. It's going to be bathroom in a little bit.
I can't do it, dude. I can't keep stopping for small talk. I can't do it.
It's just talk.
No.
It's small talk because you're leaving so
Nope.
quickly.
If you want me to stay, if you want me to stop, it's got to be more
Deeper.
how's my day going? So I'm supposed to stop and be like, well, I took a red eye. I was delayed 2 hours, so now I'm here. But the delay actually kind of worked out because I can't check into my hotel till 3, but I actually got early check-in. So they're going to let me check in at 11, but it's still only, I guess 8:20 your time, but 6:20 my time. So I'm in that weird place where it's like, feels too early for breakfast, but I got the time to kill. Why are we doing this conversation?
Okay, so I would take everything you said and just say, like, pretty good. How about yourself?
And then this is what you don't, but this is the Minnesota thing.
What's he going to say?
Then he's going to go into like pretty good day, because we had the weird weather last night because they had just had the tornado warning. And then he'd go into like, look how green it's never ending. This is why you get stuck in these conversations. You're always talking about, I get stuck talking to these crazy people. It's because you stop walking. I keep walking.
Yeah, I don't walk there that much. I stand.
Yeah, you you get stuck.
Yeah. See, I would. Okay.
I think there's a perfect medium between our two worlds. I don't know what it is.
I think the solution is pretty good. How about you? And then say you're right. And he talks about the storm they just had. Mm-hmm. And I'd say, hey, I just got into. Actually, I'm just visiting from the Bay Area.
Then he's going to ask me
LA.
why I'm here. Then I have to say I'm a comedian. Now we're talking about who's my favorite comedian. Now I'm talking about, well, do you mean all time or do you mean right now? Because there's a difference. There's like the greats, but like maybe right now is maybe who I listen to more.
This isn't going to happen.
This is what happens. This is what happens. I've been through it many times. You're acting like I don't have these. You have these conversations all the time.
Never while walking in opposite directions of someone.
Wrong. Not go to Minnesota. It's different.
They're just like, all right, take care. Who's your favorite comedian, by the way? No.
Yes.
Torio.
Yes.
Stop it.
This is what happens in Minnesota.
This is slander.
You gotta go. No. Anyone that listens from Minnesota, tell me I'm wrong. That person would have talked to me for 15 minutes.
All right. I'd love to hear what they have to say. But I still haven't even finished what my thing is because you keep shouting this long-winded response from them.
I'm worked up. Go ahead.
I just got into town for work. Looking for somewhere to eat. Any good recommendations here? And they say, oh, you could try this place. And you go, great, thanks. Take care.
Okay. Thank you.
That's how you do it.
Okay. I don't agree. I think that you think that guy's just going to give me one place and say, take care. You're just, you don't know.
Yeah, because
I just want to go for a walk, man.
You don't want to talk to people.
I don't want to talk to people. I got headphones in.
It's your problem. Yeah, you don't like to talk to people.
I don't.
It's unhealthy.
Probably.
I mean, I do this. I do talk to people.
Uh-huh.
And especially the more drinks I've had. I went to hang out at the Improv during like the Netflix is a joke thing. And I think it was like some comedy manager sitting at the bar. I didn't realize till after.
Yeah.
But I just went to order a drink and I looked at his nachos and I went, nacho time. And then he goes, pretty good. How about yourself? And I go, what? And he goes, how's your night going? I said, oh, pretty good. I said, oh, I said nacho time.
I didn't want to talk to you.
It looked like nacho time. And I just reminded myself it was nacho time.
And he's just like,
and he went,
do you want a nacho?
I just picture him going, I'm a powerful manager and I'm going to tell you it's nacho time.
And I
know it's not.
I picture him saying that, like, and I hate puns.
I got in here to defeat pun comedy. The funniest one, which I think is a glimpse of you in your future, because you don't want to talk to people and you don't want to be talked to. I saw a future Torio, and it was kind of beautiful.
Right.
It was a foreign guy, kind of buff guy, so you have a lot to look forward to.
Oh, sweet.
You're going to develop a sexy foreign accent, and you're going to have like big, strong arms.
Is he a comic?
No.
Okay. So I quit comedy too.
This was, well, he might be. This was at a FedEx Kinko's.
Got it.
Print and shipping.
Got it.
So I'm waiting to pick up the things I ordered. And this guy walks ahead of everyone in line.
I don't stand in lines. I like that energy.
Yep. And he's got the foreign accent, so you kind of get away with it, you know. Moroccans, they don't stand in lines either. So he does that like, who can help me? Walks up to the front, is busy people. They're grabbing stuff, and he goes, who can help me? I need help. And then this woman's like, what do you need? And he goes, I need to print this and sign it and then send it back to them. And she's like, okay, so our scanning department, that's what you're going to want to do. It's over there. And he goes, no, I need help. She's like, I'm trying to explain to you how to do it. And he goes, I'm too old to be explained to. You got to do it. And she just goes, all right, give me like 5 minutes. I loved it.
I would never do that.
I know.
But that energy is probably.
Well, I realized like working at a FedEx Kinko, probably most of your day is just the thing that everyone complains about with parents. Like, how do you get the Wi-Fi to sync to the Bluetooth? Is the thumb drive Bluetooth?
And then you have to, in your head, decide, should I teach them or just do it? What's going to be faster?
Right.
Yeah.
So I just seeing you as an old person going, I'm too old to be explained to. I would say maybe you could start doing this with I'm too old to be talked to.
I'm too old to be talked to, man. I can't. I said that same phrase to my roommates. They were like, we were talking about how the place that I live in now is not very clean.
Uh-huh.
and someone had brought up, and I'm probably the cleanest one.
Oh.
Yeah. And, I'm not dirty.
Oh my God.
When we lived together, did you think I was dirty?
I'm sorry. I'm just horrified at this.
Okay, you're doing a bit. And then someone brought up a chore. Maybe we should do like a chore wheel. And I was like, I'm too old for a chore wheel, guys. I can't. I'm not doing a chore wheel.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm too clean for a chore wheel, and I'm too old for it. If you guys want to do a chore wheel, that's fine.
But you so badly want the place to be cleaned, yet chore wheel is the line.
Mm-hmm. I was like, how about we make a chore wheel where it just says pick up your shit, and it's just your name every day.
It's just
would that work for you?
So funny. It's just the whole wheel says Steve on every tab. All right, Steve. Looks like you have to flush.
Well, that seems fair.
So that's your day. It's your daily commitment.
If that actually existed, I'd make him flush for me. I'd be like, Steve, you home? All right, can you come home? I need you to...
He's like, I didn't do this one. I don't care what that wheel's telling you, man. I always lived in filth with guy roommates. One roommate I had was so clean. But
how clean was he?
He actually died from... He couldn't develop antibodies. It was so clean.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm going to miss him.
Never forget.
Not the nagging, though.
Right. Just the him existing.
Yeah, that for other people.
For other people.
When one roommate was cleaning, I just brought home like Chinese food and put it on the table. Mm-hmm. And he was on such a cleaning frenzy, he just grabbed my full thing of Chinese food and threw it in the garbage. Like, haven't you taken a bite? Did you notice the weight of it?
Did you take it out of the trash and eat it?
No.
Wow, but it was still in the box, right?
I think he threw the trash in the chute.
Oh,
so it was gone. It's like,
that's a fight.
I was like, did you see my dinner? And he's like, oh no. Were you eating that? I'm like, I hadn't started eating it.
Did he get you new food?
No. Fuck. Now I'm thinking anymore. Back. I should have been madder than I was.
Oh, so mad,
dude!
I'm also kind of hungry right now, so I'm getting extra mad.
Four past me.
Yeah. What time is it? It's like 1. It's 1. We haven't had lunch.
Yeah. Do you say stuff and think this is we're on a podcast? Does it ever cross your mind where you go, are we podcasting or are we just talking?
I don't know what the difference is sometimes.
Okay.
Do you hate that?
No. I just wonder. Right. I just look and I wonder.
We'll talk about other things. Is that what you want? Okay, here's what I was thinking about. Here's something. You know how we are a podcast where we say things that are we're pretty dumb. Mm-hmm. We don't know how things work.
Yes.
Okay, so the baby formula shortage.
Yeah.
We can probably solve that, right?
Yeah, just make more.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the problem, or is it stuck in supply chain?
I think it's supply chain issue.
Is it in the middle of the chain?
I think it can't get to that. I think the chain might be, those blinds where they're chain and you yank them to open it.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe just a yank issue.
Oh, it's an actual chain?
Yeah.
See, I think the supply chain it's ships that are just it's backed up and the ships are in places and they can't really fully document it. Uh-huh. And now the ship needs to get to the other place. But jobs. Someone's got to drive the ship. Gas. But then also the wire, they were shipping prostitutes in those shipping containers.
They got to get people out of... we don't have time for that right now. Sex trafficking has to wait.
For baby formula.
For baby formula.
Okay.
It's crazy to me that I saw a thing on Twitter where someone was well, if in a pinch you can just use Pedialyte instead of baby formula. And then someone commented, please do not give your babies Pedialyte. Right? And I do feel because then after Pedialyte, if they're going by hangover cures, then we're giving babies Gatorade.
Right.
And then I think that's one step away from watering our plants with Gatorade, which is the movie Idiocracy.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe we're not that far.
No, we're there. We're right there. In a pinch.
like your plant's dying. Water's not working.
Right.
Maybe the Spindrift will help.
Right. Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Could help.
Powerade.
It's got
You know what was
Powerade.
always weird is they went Gatorade and then they went Powerade, but Powerade was just soda.
No, Powerade wasn't soda.
It was like fizzy.
No, it wasn't.
Sure it was.
No, you're thinking of something different. Powerade wasn't carbonated.
I think it was.
No, challenge.
Okay. Powerade did this weird thing where they're like, we're sports. And it's like, no, you're not.
No, but Powerade wasn't carbonated.
Yeah, it was.
No.
I mean, I don't know how we go past this. Do we arm wrestle on the podcast?
I think so. All right. Okay.
You're letting idiots figure things out?
This is how we do it. Now we run both with football helmets on into each other's heads.
Full speed at each other.
And then the first one to, I don't know how you win. Do you win if you get concussed or if you give the concussion?
The way we did it in growing up playing football is if you wake up and forget how to say your name, you wanted it more.
Got it.
They go, this guy's got heart.
This guy takes what's his.
And I go, I got heart.
It hurt. Heart hurt.
I got heart. I got brain. They go, focus on heart. I got heart.
I got hurt.
I got heart broken.
Oh, no. What happened, bud?
I forget. I felt love once.
It's better to have loved and lost than... It's better to love and forget than to have never loved but remember.
This is going to be our future, like our dystopian Gatorade plant. I'm like, hey, it's like they always say, it's better to have love in lots than in less than lots.
And we're just talking
Those are
into a
wooden signs in
microphone with
kitchens.
no wire. We're just like...
We have like
Electricity's gone.
those cheesy signs that are like live, laugh, love.
Yeah.
But it's been so telephoned out that it's like lift, lab, lug.
Lift, lab, lug.
That's what my great grandparents used to do.
And what is the? I get the lift
Uh-huh.
and the lug, kinda
Yeah.
similar. Though,
Yeah.
right. Like if you're lifting, you're kind of lugging it.
Right.
But what's lab?
Lab, people debate the etymology, but I think it's either a dog they had or like a science lab.
or like where COVID was made.
I had a fun fact I learned. Fun fact Zach is back. Do I have a segment now, I think?
Sure.
Is this our very first segment?
Well, we used to have Uncle Zach, Dr. Zach back in the day. Original
Right.
has
Business
I
ideas.
remember.
Yeah. We'll bring that back if they
Yeah.
want.
Fun fact Zach though segment.
We'll bring it back if you guys
Bag
chime
us.
in. No. If you vote by stop telling us to never bring that back. Once you guys slow down on telling us that, we'll
If
bring it
one
back.
person corrects us on Powerade, then I will know we should keep Fun Fact Zach alive.
Okay, fun fact Zach is here. Under the weather.
Okay.
The origin of the
origin
term.
of it. Let me guess.
Okay. You might be able to just guess it.
Under the weather. I don't know. So I would think something to do with your temperature, so fever related. I'm gonna guess, but I feel like that's wrong.
That is wrong. So it was a nautical term. People on the ships, when they would hide from like the storming, it was like violently stormy outside, they would go under the weather. But then it became a thing where it's like, it just became a slang term for like he's down below. So when you were sick, they'd send you down
below.
and then everyone upstairs would be like,
When you're sick, they put you in a confined, unventilated place.
yeah.
But it does make sense back in the day.
He's like, is there a window I could have?
Not for you, bud. You're sick.
Oh, do I have to be all the way under the weather? I just want to peek at weather.
Now sleep in this room with everyone else.
Are we all under the weather? Yeah, we are now. We're in a room with you, Mike. We've got your little rash thing or whatever.
Yeah, we should really stop sharing just one towel.
And that's a towel whip. That's where that originated.
That's where everything comes from this one boat.
Well, we had nightmare.
Right.
Nightmare means, so we used to sleep next to a horse. It was a dead horse under there. And we were terrified of it. And I thought, you guys, I'm not sleeping well. And that horse, and they're like, please,
Don't.
Is it scaring you at night? I've been workshopping nightmare. You guys all opposed or what? No, nightmare.
I hate that I like it so much. I wanted to hate it. That's a good one.
It makes it almost worth what's happened to us down here.